So we did the math for you. You could fly down to Atlanta, get cheap tickets to see the Knicks play a road playoff game against the Hawks, and then hop right back on the plane and come back to New York. That would all be cheaper than the cheapest tickets offered at Madison Square Garden right now.
Knicks going to the finals.
Right after expressing their excitement over the start of yet another promising playoff run for the Knicks, the next thing people talked to us about was the ticket prices at Madison Square Garden.
Are you going to a game? You're going to be able to afford it?
Nah, I can't afford it. It's too much.
Expensive. It's very expensive. The locals can't afford it. It's too high.
The cheapest tickets we saw on Ticketmaster were north of $300 for the first home playoff game Saturday. By contrast, the cheapest ticket for a playoff game in Atlanta during the first round cost $80 or $90. A source at MSG pointed me toward the Knicks Fan First program, which does allow Knicks fans to get tickets ahead of resellers, allowing them to avoid a markup. And the Knicks also recently began limiting how tickets were transferred in an effort to stop price gouging. Although the source did acknowledge the reality of higher prices in New York versus other places, pointing to supply and demand, especially around the playoffs.
I would say that I blame Trae Young, and I think it's always important to blame Trae Young.
Mayor Zohran Mamdani jokingly referenced the former Atlanta Hawks player who often enjoyed taunting the Garden crowd when we asked him about playoff ticket prices. The mayor has been outspoken about high prices for the upcoming World Cup.
I do wish, however, that all of these tickets were far more affordably priced.
But you know it's only going to get worse if they do move toward a championship. I think the pre-sale on the finals tickets, which they of course didn't make last year, was like
you didn't have to say that. We all know.
Well, it hurts me too, sir. But you know it's only going to get worse. So I mean, the question is, does Knicks ownership need to be doing more to give away free tickets, give away discounted tickets, something to help fans enjoy this experience?
I think that every single owner of a sports team across the country needs to be doing more to make their tickets more affordable.
As for this notion of free or discounted tickets for New Yorkers, the source over at MSG tells me that no team really does that sort of thing during the playoffs. And as far as good work that the Knicks, Rangers, and the like do in the community and supporting the community, I was pointed toward the Garden of Dreams nonprofit, which does indeed do very solid work, especially for young people in New York City. In Midtown, Henry Rossoff, Pix 11 News.